Hi everybody. I wanted to show you, I figured out another way of trying to get these beads that are done out of baby wipes longer. So I figured out a way to do this, and actually they come out even prettier. So I'm just going to cut up a couple of strips here. I'm not going to do them all on the video, but have some ready for later on. You see how I just really, quickly, without measuring, I don't really pay much attention. Actually, I like that, they're all coming out differently and they're not exactly all the same size. So I just run it through. I use a line here as a guide and then bring it down here to the bottom as close as I can to make it a point. And if I don't make it a point, it doesn't matter to me anyways either. So this is what I've done. I've grabbed 2 baby wipes and I try to coordinate the colors as much as possible. And they don't really have to be coordinated if you don't want to. Now I would be careful when you're using the baby wipes to look on both sides. Just make sure that you're gonna have both sides on the right side. So I really like these 2 sides. I'm going to just put some glue. I just did the draw for my beads, the 3 winners. And I wish I could send it to everybody, but unfortunately I can't. I would love to. I love making people happy. Okay, so these are pretty much closer to color, than the other ones that I've done, but they will go very well together. And as you can see here, your strip of paper just goes right along the whole thing. So you don't have, I didn't mind the smaller beads, the shorter beads, but if I want to make bigger beads like I have, I'll show you what they've been coming out like, because I've been making more beads. But so that's one. So that's 2 baby wipes together. Look at how cool that is. And then another curiosity that people have had, what I've been using this Liquitex, which is really, 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 really good. And, but I finished it. Triple thick from Deco Art. That's fantastic too. They're both on the same level. I can't say one is better than the other. For me, they're both the same. They give this a beautiful high gloss finish. Like I said, on the baby wipes, you need more more layers of varnish on the baby wipes because of their being so soft. It's not like paper that comes out even harder. So at this point I've done this, and this naturally will be the side that I paste the paper on like that. But I'm gonna let this dry, and I have one here already ready to go. So these are different in colors instead. And you wouldn't believe the beautiful image, the beautiful colors that come out. And then I'm going to show you another little tip here, so that way. But like I said, I prefer embossing my beads, which right now isn't possible, but it doesn't matter, because of what I'm making, I'm okay with, doing it with varnish. I'm not making, hundreds of them. Okay, so I'll put that on there. Okay, so that would be on there. The next strip, I'm going to put it this way. So that way I have a variation of strips. So remember that this here will be the one that will be showing more because of the tip. This one instead, this darker pink, will be showing more because of the tip. So remember where the larger piece is the piece that is going to show, but it will show on the edges. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to cut one now so that way you understand exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, these things are really addicting, you guys. I don't know why I continue making them. I just, okay, stop now. Don't make them anymore. But yeah, they're just addicting. I just love them. And it's something great too that you can do sitting down in front of the TV, watching videos, you know. Let me get a baby wipe. Okay. So, get the scissors and cut this first one out. I'm going to cut them both out so that way you guys can see what I'm talking about with when I say, you know, depends where the point is, because that's going to be the end piece, the finishing of your bead, if you know what I mean. And you know what? I'm really happy I'm using up these baby wipes too, because actually I've been thinking of other things to do with them. Like I said, I've done flowers in the past. I've done yo-yos. I've done flowers. I've used them in journal pages. I've used them as journal covers. And yeah, there's so much. You know what? You don't have to cut exactly here. You can roll that up. Make your bead even thicker if you want. Let's get this other one cut. And yeah, I wanted to explain myself in my own words. I just answered a comment that somebody asked me about my tattoo, and it's the only one that I have. It's right here. And if you can see it up close, I know, I do it a lot too when I see tattoos on hands, and I try to look closer to see what it says. This is, it says Giorgio, and it's the name of my third son that passed away when he was 8 months old. He crib death. We found him in his crib, and yeah, lots of people asked me about it, and it's a pretty tattoo as well too. The way she wrote it and everything, I really like it. But yeah, that's that story. Just so you know, explain in my own words. Okay, get these things nice and straight here. It's getting hot here, you guys. But it was thundering again this morning, like really thundering. Okay, my bead roller. So I gotta buy a new bead roller. See the way it's coming out here. I have to, you know what I gotta do is, when I tried to glue it that day, I was still working with it, so it didn't really stick. So what I should do tonight is put a good glue in here and, you know, just let it sit the whole night. So that way it, because it doesn't really take, it's just a bit of glue. And this, I bought, I think it's, I know it's an Italian company here, Stamperia, which is becoming pretty popular because they're like Joggles is showing their rice papers and things like that. So I'm really proud of that because, you know, there was I've known this company for years and years and years, and, you know, they would do decoupage papers, and, you know, they're beautiful papers, beautiful, gorgeous papers. But now they got into the mixed media line, which is beautiful stencils, beautiful. They've always done beautiful rice paper, decorative rice paper as well too. So as you can see here, the lighter one and then the darker one is on the point. So that way you can see exactly how I'm going to do this. Now, Danina, if you're watching this, you were putting glue all over the place, which is okay. It's okay if you got the hang of making beads. Even though I have the hand of making beads, I don't put glue until the last couple of inches here, because if you have to unwind it or something, you can't do that anymore when you put the glue in. So, you know, you want a nice tight roll on it. And that's the reason being I don't like to put glue on beforehand. And it holds, you know, you don't have to worry about thinking, oh, but if I don't put the glue, it's not going to hold. It will hold, especially, you know, using Aleene's glue. So, you know, here, like I would like to go back up again and straighten up this roll, right? So, and I wouldn't be able to do that. Like, I would be able to do it with fresh glue put on here, but it would make a big hot mess, you know. And I think you were rolling this way, whereas you have to roll it this way. Well, at least I think for me that's comfortable. I hold the bead in these two fingers, and with my thumb, you know, I'll direct it and hold it as well too. So this is the joining of the two baby wipes here, and you just, you know, pull it under, and that's it. Honestly, you guys, I like shorter little beads. So I'm gonna put a bit of glue here. Like, yeah, okay, I like big chunky beads, but I don't know, there's something about the smaller ones that they just come out better. Now this one, remember you guys what I've said about a bead for me is not finished until you varnish it, you know, and all these colors come out, and they come out much more brighter. Let's do the next one. Then remember, when you're varnishing them, put the stick in. When you have to do the second coat, take it out of the stick, turn it around, so that way you can the two ends come out nicely and even when you're varnishing them. If you're going to be embossing them, that doesn't matter anymore. You just, when you're embossing them, you have to continuously turn your stick. Like if I have this on a stick and I'm embossing it, because with embossing I even put 2 coats on sometimes. Not sometimes, I put 2 coats on, even if it's the ultra thick. You have to constantly, with the heat gun, and roll your things. If not, I know, oh goodness, you guys, sometimes my words want to naturally come out in Italian, and I think at the last second. So you're constantly holding the heat gun and rolling your bead, so that way the embossing powder, especially when you're to your second coat, isn't dripping, because it'll start dripping. So you have to constantly twirl it around, and like I said, you get a hang of doing that as well too. So yeah, I have not tried it with embossing powder, because I do have a little bit of embossing powder. It's not ultra thick, but it's embossing powder. I might have to put on more coats, but I do want to try using the embossing powder on the baby wipe ones. Now when you're putting on, you know, the glue for the embossing powder, it's probably going to soak up a lot in here, and you're probably going to have to give it a you know, a good roll in that pad, in your, you know, wet pad to wet it up. So let's go to this one here. You know, I just might try embossing them right now, just for the heck of it. Okay, so yeah, so I mentioned in my other video that I just did about the giveaway winners that I can't get that word out. Okay, you guys, once in a while I will be doing a secret giveaway, you know, so it's not going to be titled giveaway, unless it would be a big giveaway like 2,000 subscribers or something like that. And I thought, you know, I think it's the fairest way to, especially the people that have always followed me, and you know, I really appreciate that so much. And it's nothing against, you know, newcomers and everything. Actually, you know, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and everything, but it's also for the people that are always watching you, and you know, that are always there, even if they don't, you know, put a comment in. Like I've had people that have been following me since the beginning, which is about, what, 4 or 5 years ago. Okay, you know what? I do want to try the embossing. Let's see if I have everything on hand here. Embossing powder is right here. I think that's white. White. Okay. I have very little left. Danina, again, if you're watching, I appreciate so much that you want to send me embossing powder, but it will probably be stopped in customs, and customs here for me is far. It's about an hour's drive to the next city, because I've been to customs before, and I had to go once when a button company, just another button company, sent me buttons. I ordered them, and I had to go there and open up the pack in front of them. So when you send me embossing powder, especially that it's not in its container anymore, I think we're going to run into problems that way. You know what I want to try? I think I have the dabber. Yes, I do. See what happens. Oh, now it's coming out better. And I just moved this bead, so that's a problem that can happen when you're making beads. It'll move on you. Let's see, I just fixed it on my own. There we go. Okay, let's see what happens with embossing powder. Yeah, Demina made them the other night, but I couldn't, for me it was morning here and I had to go out that morning, so I didn't see, I haven't gone back to that video. I didn't see if she actually started to emboss them after. I have to ask her. In fact, I was waiting for her to get on Facebook so I can message her. Yeah, it's kind of like the varnish. It kind of like soaks it up because of it being a baby wipe. Yeah, you know what, you guys? I think I like the oh dear, what's it called? The varnish better. I do. I actually do, because this, I don't know, it's not coming out properly. Let me see. It kind of came out cloudy and I don't know why. It should be coming out transparent. I'm gonna dunk it in one more time. See if it makes a difference. With the paper ones, embossing powder works so nice. Okay. Yeah, you know what, you guys? I think I like you know, it just takes more time, but I think I actually do like the varnish better. Yeah. I kind of had said something like this when I did my first video about the baby wipes, because of it's soaking. It's soaking. It already soaks up the glue you're putting on to use, you know, to soak it up. The nice thing is that they're ready, you know, they're ready within a couple of minutes because they cool down and you can handle them already. Then again, like I couldn't get good underneath here. Goodbye. And yeah, and it's still a bit soft too. But like I said, it could be because it's still warm as well too. Yeah, so you know what? I think I'm going to stick to my varnish. And I got to get some more. I got to get some more of the triple thick because I love that too. And it works perfectly fine. It makes such a nice sheen to it. The only thing that I'm not sure of is with the embossing powder or the varnish, if in time they'll get yellowish. So we just have to wait and see what will happen after years of... The ones that I've actually embossed years back are still good. They're still nice. I don't know, some of them do have a yellow tinge and some of them don't. It's strange. I don't know why. Maybe it's where they've been, you know, I don't know. Some of them do and some of them don't. Most of them don't with the embossing powder. But I'm talking about 3 to 5 years ago. So, you know, it's to see in time what happens with these baby wipes. So yeah, you guys, if you want longer, if you're using your baby wipes, if you want to make beads with your baby wipes, you want longer ones, just glue them together and they're, you know, you're good to go. And you could get longer beads and make, you know, chunkier beads. I made more with napkins. I love the napkin ones. They just, actually, I've taken most of them out of here and put them already in the packs because I showed the giveaway. So yeah, but things like that, that's 2 baby wipes put together. So they came out, you know, even more beautiful. And don't be afraid to use completely different colors. Just mix and match them and see how they come out. So that's all I wanted to show you, you guys. Another tip on these beautiful baby wipe beads. And I hope you try it out and let me see. Until the next time, goodbye.